So you are saying farming is everything?
Ooh.
That's something that is really happening in Africa.
Yeah.
Why are you going out there? For what reason? Long time ago, there were heavy rains.
Sekuru, do you think that we have to change the way we think as Zimbabweans or Africa in general?
Well, we are right, except that, we don't stick to our guns. If they saw things the way I saw it myself, people should have improved. This farm
Yes.
was bought by our uncle.
Oh, it was bought by our uncle.
Yeah, about 1932.
It seems like you invested a lot of time in improving this place. What were you trying to achieve?
If we don't look up to our culture, we are lost.
What is wrong with us? Like, when you go, I've seen a lot of videos, Sekuru, how people are being treated, black people are being treated in China. But when these people, when they come to Zimbabwe, we don't do that to them.
We don't. This is why I emulate the Zulu people.
Okay. Those people.
When it comes to this type
Culture.
of behavior,
You.
they will always converge. Why I was saying about the Zulu,
Yes.
and had it been that the case,
Yes.
of a foreigner
Yes.
attacking your own men,
Exactly.
and you stand just watching, they wouldn't do it.
Especially here in Africa, we see.
They should have taken an action.
Yes. Yes.
Apart from the government, themselves within the village,
Yes.
they should have taken an action.
It's very wrong to see a foreigner mistreating someone whom you regard as a leader. And you're just there watching. It's very wrong. I've seen like a lot of, it's really sad, it's happening all over Africa. Especially I've seen a lot of videos of Chinese people, mistreating black people. And people are just standing there.
You see?
And it's really wrong. Because I think Africans are the nicest people. When these foreigners, when they come to Africa, we don't treat them bad.
They're welcome.
But when an African man
Goes out.
they're treated as animals
Oh, yeah.
occasionally.
Oh, yeah. We are. Outside, we are animals.
So
Outside, we are animals.
we have to come back at the end of the day to our own continent and try to improve it in every way.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of change in people. It is really sad, Sekuru, what is happening out there.
It is.
It's really bad.
It is. You see, when we're looking at our youngsters, our people going out,
Yes.
America, this and that,
Yes.
it's amazing because when you listen to interviews being done in America, about various issues,
Yeah.
professors from Zimbabwe.
From Zimbabwe.
What are you doing there?
No.
Okay, whatever they could be doing.
Yes.
Are you bringing whatever you are doing home? Are you bringing the bed home?
Yes. Sekuru, yesterday you mentioned that people, especially, these other countries not from Africa, they are learning from us.
Oh, yeah.
And they are taking something from us. And they say that we are bad people, but at the end of the day, they learn things from us. And they make us look bad and think bad about ourselves and think that we are not good enough. But at the end of the day, like you said, professors, doctors from Africa, they're going there, improving their countries.
Yeah.
And here we are. And they say Africa is bad. But they're taking our resources, taking our own people, not just people, like people who we regard as high people, thinkers, doctors, agronomists, people who know agriculture like the back of their hand. They're not doing agriculture here in Zimbabwe. They're doing agriculture in Western countries. And at the end of the day, they say Africa is bad. Africa needs help.
We need the help. You see, because people thought Africans were not scientific.
Okay, yes.
And yet I'm surprised on that one because when the whites came into this country,
yes,
they found us after having discovered quite a number of things.
Yes.
The only mistake that we did was it's because we had seen them, they had come with the finished goods.
Exactly.
Whilst we were in the process of trying to produce whatever. So we left what we were doing and we went for the
end product.
end product. Yeah. This is where we made the mistake.
Thank you, Sego.
There was every industry in City,
Yes.
we were doing it. But when they came with their sugar
Yes.
and the sweets, and the fabric,
Yes. And we went there.
we lost it.
We were exchanging, our value product
Yeah.
with end products that
Yeah.
if we had given it time, we would have been
Oh,
there.
yeah.
I'm sorry, go.
Pamsoroy, Gogo. Pamsoroy. Look at these guys. We are eating healthy.
You're welcome.
Thank
That's
you.
the
Sego.
rule of life.
And it's amazing, Sego.
And I don't know why.
We don't eat these things in Harare.
Exactly.
So, this is how I grew up in the rural area. So, I'm quite comfortable with my life in the rural area.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm quite comfortable.
Do you think, Sekuru, that we have to combine the two, the city life, using the technology and the rural life?
Oh, yeah, it is.
It's good that way.
It is good that way.
Because I can see that you have water coming out of taps here. You have a bowl, you have a tank. That's combining the city life, improving the rural life. This is amazing.
We spoke of climate change.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
So
Yes.
I think climate change actually want technology.
Yes.
Yeah.
Technology in the rural areas to improve everything.
Yeah, improve even agriculture.
Wonderful. God is wonderful.
Good is wonderful. And I saw a mountain of sand. A mountain of sand.
A mountain of sand.
Yeah.
Is it man-made or it's natural?
It's natural.
Ah.
I was taken up skiing.
So this is in New Zealand, Sekuru.
And it's Mashona breed.
It's our own.
Yeah.
It's our very own.
Yeah.
Why is it we are not doing this in Africa, Sekuru? I mean, this guy seems like he focuses on this specific
This
breed.
is where we are being encouraged by our extension officers to keep our breed.
Instead of adapting other people's breeds. So our breed is good in terms of everything. In terms of what exactly?
They say the meat is quite good
Okay.
and it's disease resistant.
Oh, okay. We should definitely venture into agriculture more.
Yeah, we should.
I liked the reference where you said that we have the gold, we have 3 stages of gold. Gold itself and tobacco is being referred to gold. It's really, it's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And then you mentioned that if we can't mine it,
Right.
we will grow it.
They can mine it to grow it.
Great.
If we can't mine it, we will grow it. It's amazing.
I was with my son doing shopping at the market in Masvingo.
In Masun.
He was enjoying the production.
Yeah, I saw
Bananas, whatnot.
Yes.
He's from UK. He says this is wonderful. In his own country, is now, emulating what is happening in the country. You see.
I wish people, he comes here and he said, this is wonderful. This is something that is not being put on social media. When people look at Africa, they think that, there is poverty. Yes, there is poverty, but it's not poverty only that is in Africa.
No. There is poverty.
There's,
Yeah.
Yes, so there's certain things, good things about Africa that we should, put out there on social media. Rather than poverty. Like you said that in America there's also poverty, but they barely portray that on social media.
Yeah, they don't portray that.
The good things that we are doing as Africans should also be portrayed on social media.
Yeah,
We barely do that.
Even the natural resources that we have here in Zimbabwe. We have very beautiful natural
Yesterday you were mentioning about the Nyanga.
Trout bag.
Let me tell you, Akumana.
Yes.
It's Chikura.
Yeah.
Come holiday time, like during the colonial era,
Yes.
it was Rosen Founders, it was in July.
Okay.
Easter holiday, the Christmas. Traffic yaibva pa South Africa apa yamabhunu vachiuya kuno coming to Zimbabwe vachienda to these various areas which you are mentioning.
Yes.
Vamwe vachienda for boating kunana saka you can see kuti zvinhu zvedu tinazo chete kuti hatizvisevenzese. Iri tourism kuno ndingangoti haingambokundwe neNew Zealand.
Exactly.
But we are not making use of the resources.
Yeah. And also the other thing, I think ourselves as Zimbabwe, we're not utilizing those natural
We are not.
People, they barely go to Kariba and Victoria Falls. And at the end of the day, if you think about it, it doesn't cost that much.
It doesn't cost that much.
And you're saying that especially the young people, we have a corrupt mind, to be specific. We barely get that exposure of seeing our own resources, but rather we are there at Mashwede during the night. And at the end of the day, we end up beating up thank you.
Killing each other.
If you look at it, those natural places that we have,
Yes.
there'll be more whites from outside Zimbabwe.
So,
and when you ask them, the young people, about it, like, why are you not going to these wonderful places? They say, we enjoy our lives as we want.
cool.
That's what I'm saying.
We are really stubborn in terms of these things. What is it that you are going to benefit when you go to Mashwede and drink alcohol, and in the very morning you learned nothing?
Oh, yeah.
It's a feeling, it's a 1 minute feeling and it's gone. But when you go to Victoria Falls, you will remember it for a lifetime.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
And it's something that is good. When you think about it, you will gain exposure. You will meet new people, exciting people, to be specific. Tell me, would you meet someone who is really interesting and who's going to help you in your life when you go to Mashwede?
I don't think so.
Thank you. But when you go to Victoria Falls, probably you would meet someone like you, a farmer's person, and we talk about agriculture.
Yeah, we network.
Thank you. We network when you meet someone in these places. You barely find someone who is not interested in those places.
Yeah, sure.
We should go there. Exactly.
You know, people talk of poverty in this country. We are not poor.
We are not poor.
Yeah. This is Ndima Charamba. Right, and I'm not poor. We are not cursed.
Not poor, but we are rich.
Exactly. Okay.
She was right. She is right. Nokuti, it's like a Jesus story. Kuti kwake kwakazarigwa.
Exactly.
Zvishamiso zvaaita
Yes.
vanhu vanga vasina basa nazvo.
Exactly.
But out there,
A man is not appreciated.
yeah, we are not appreciating.
Yes.
We are not
Thank you.
appreciating our own. So we need to be educated on that one. I said we are very much educated. No, we are not. We need to be educated. Yeah.
We need.
Yeah.
I think the phrase Zimbabweans are educated used to be used back then. For surely people were really educated. But the young generation as of now, it's just a name that is being referred to as Zimbabweans are educated. But at the end of the day, we are not.
We need to be able to unlearn some things.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
because there are some things that we have been taught and they are not really applying right now with our current situation. So
Thank you.
We need to unlearn some things and adapt to the other new things that
New
we are
things.
getting. Yes.
So you're saying that we are sticking up to things that are very old,
Yes.
primitive,
Yes.
primitive ideas, to be specific.
Exactly.
So what is there that needs to be changed? Is it the education system? Is like
Yeah, totally. I think the education system needs to be changed, and they are trying right now.
Yes.
For example, you can take a university student
Yes.
who is studying agronomy at a university.
Mm.
That student spends like 4 years doing just the
Theory.
the theory, but not practical. If you take that student and to go to manage a farm,
Yes.
they know nothing.
Oh,
They
okay.
know nothing.
If they go to the field, they have to learn from zero.
Yes.
They'll be learning from zero.
From someone who never did a degree before.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
Okay.
They, after the theory,
Yes.
they don't want to go out.
Exactly.
This is why I'm surprised with you, young men. I always say, mind and not, so fun. Coming from rural areas, what I say, you know, because the majority of your age are bad.
Yeah. For example, right now we are now spraying chemicals using drones.
Yes.
But if you check most of the students, they don't know about these things. They only know about photosynthesis. Yes, photosynthesis is good, and
Yeah.
transpiration,
Germination,
and everything.
yeah.
But when you go to the farm on the ground, you need a bit of practical experience. Yes.
Because right now we're speaking of fourth agricultural revolution.
Okay, fourth.
Fourth agricultural revolution.
I barely know
which
that.
is of precision farming.
Precision farming.
Yeah, precision farming.
What's that?
Sekuru spoke of climate change.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So for us to keep climate change, we now need to introduce precision farming.
Okay.
Which is site-specific farm management. So that way we will be now able to increase our yields. Like Sekuru was saying, we're now having low yields because of climate change. I call it site-specific farm management.
Okay.
You're now being able to manage your field based on a square meter.
Oh.
Okay, so instead of me applying the same amount of fertilizer in the whole field, like Sekuru, instead of you applying the same amount of fertilizer in this whole field, you are now applying fertilizer based on what the crop want, each crop want. Because all these crops does not require the same amount of fertilizers. Because it varies in cell types, it varies in soil fertility already. So us going out and saying, let's apply 200 kgs of fertilizers in this whole field does not always make sense. But obviously, this plant is different from the next plant. If we look at the soil, if you look at the soil fertility. So now precision farming is now allowing us to apply inputs based on the requirement of each plant.
Okay.
Thank you.
So it's something that future farm managers need to know, need to learn. And like we were talking about, that experience is very, very important. You end up giving a farmer a false advice like, okay, for potatoes, let's use 1,000 kgs of fertilizer, when that specific field needs maybe at least 500 kgs.
Yeah.
So you are now saving a lot of cash.
Yeah.
I get it.
You're very right. Like these days, out of ignorance, people would take like 50 kg of fertilizer and say we are going to apply all of it. And you are saying that we are now supposed to apply precision farming.
Exactly.
And every crop is different from each other.
Exactly.
But we don't do that.
We don't do that. So for now to be able to apply precision farming, it requires some different technologies. It requires some different softwares. So there is now need to, maybe we need the collaboration of the government, NGOs and private players for us to be able to implement this precision farming to the smallholder farmers.
I understand. This is really an interesting conversation.
Yeah, it is. So we are rich in this country.
We are rich.
Yeah. But we are not using our resources properly.
Why is it so that we are not using our resources properly? Is it lack of exposure?
No, not at all. But
what's wrong? What do you think?
I don't know how to describe this one because it's a question of what? It's not selfish, but it's not a question. It's a question of not actually doing things in the right way.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. So we lack knowledge.
We are quite knowledgeable.
Okay.
We are educated.
Yes.
Very knowledgeable, but we don't make use of the knowledge.
It seems like we're lazy.
We are not hardworking, but we are selfish.
Oh, we are selfish.
We are selfish, I tell you.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
yes.
You give me money.
Yes.
To go and share with these two gentlemen.
Exactly.
And I take it to myself.
That's what's happening.
I don't have to give them. This is what is happening.
That's being selfish.
Some other people have got everything which they cannot share with others.
So most of the people in Zimbabwe, they have plenty and they are not sharing with others.
Oh, yes. They're not sharing.
I've seen that you've put up this stone on top of this. I mean, this is where a place people can sit and enjoy themselves. You know, yesterday during the night, we were actually having some time here. It was really nice. Yes, where did you find the stone?
From the river.
From the river.
It was just lying there. And I was surprised.
As big as
it is.
Yes.
I did not dig it up. It was just laid up in the river. Then I thought, long time ago, there were heavy rains.
Yes.
It must have been washed
yes.
up by the rain.
Thank you so much, Sekuru. You made this all happen.
No, it is you.
We are grateful.
Yeah.
We are grateful. Go, Maitabas Taguta.
Go, Maitabas.
Yes.